Peace to the family. You know, we out here, we live and in charge, making it happen. And just wanted to speak to you all about success. Because many times people ask, what's the key to success? And so I tell them the keys to success got very little to do with carrying ones and being extremely good at math, getting credentialed in school. Success is all about nuances. Success has its nuances, and success is all about nuances. And in order to be successful, you gotta be willing to separate yourself from friends and family. And the only thing that'll slow down somebody's success is reattaching to friends and family. By friends and family, I mean lovers, people you hang out with that you love to spend money with doing recreational things. These are the people that I'm talking about. Okay, those are the people that's, you know, if you got people that you only could spend money doing recreational things with, those are dangerous people. And we call these dangerous people our friends. Those are dangerous people, and we call these dangerous people our friends. So what I'm telling you is, in order to be successful, you gotta be able to cut off, or be willing to cut off, friends and family. That is the key to success. The key to success is all predicated upon the strength, the vigor, and the confidence, because sometimes you may feel I need these people in order to move forward, or I need these people to survive. But here's the catch-22. If you're in the same position you've been in for years while maintaining the same friends, then you need to switch friends. As hard as that may sound. As hard as that may sound, you may need to switch friends. You need to separate yourself from negative people, negative thoughts, and not just negative people and negative thoughts, but you also got to separate yourself from people who have nothing to offer you. Nothing that they can contribute. People that can only contribute criticism to you. Because guess what? At the end of the day, criticism don't pay bills. Pessimism don't pay bills. You pay bills from your creativity, from your talent, from your hard work, from your endeavors. So it's very important that for today's message, it's a short message, but for today's message, I just want to implore that you all know that if you're going to be successful, one of the number one things you have to do, you may have to move from the most likely move from the neighborhood you live in. And look at this, let me show you something funny. Because people say, who wears a hat in the pool? You know, when people hate you, it shows when they say things to criticize you, that chances are, look, more hats. Oh my gosh, more hats. Oh, look at this. More hats, oh look. More hats. Oh, hold on. More hats. You know, it's crazy. And I'm doing this just to show you that the people who think like that obviously don't think like I think, and that's why they where they are, I'm where I am. Now, there's one or two things that points to. When people criticize you or attempt to ridicule you, mock or condemn you, there we go, more hats. Because people say, yo, who wears a hat at the pool? A lot of people do. Y'all made it sound, haters make it sound like it's just me doing these things. This person all in the water. But, no. What is a live stream about the helicopters, huh? What it tells you when people attempt to belittle you or criticize you, the manner in which they do tells you, one, they're either very ignorant, or two, they also can express the type of ignorance they have, like ignorance of travel and being around other people. They may be so used to only being around their own people that do not travel or move around enough that they express their ignorance through their lack of information. Like when people see me, I don't care. When people see me doing my thing, and they say, hey, those license plates are supposed to have numbers on the plates. And I say, you must not understand what it is to have a luxury car, especially when you're on the West Coast. You don't need plates there. But again, it expresses to me their lack of information and their lack of experience. And that's why I'm telling you, Many of you are surrounded by these type of negative, pessimistic people that are no good, that can contribute absolutely nothing to you. And because they can contribute nothing to you, the only thing they can add on to you is negativity. The only thing they can add on to you is hostility. The only thing they can add on to you is an opportunity to create trouble or to create problems. That's the only thing many people can add on to you. Because when it's time to add on to money, paying bills, being successful, building a family up, the acquisition of assets in the form of real estate or coinage, precious metals, many people fall short. So criticism is just all talk. So you should never get overwhelmed by somebody who just talks negative to you. You should never be overwhelmed by that. Word up. You should never be overwhelmed by people who attempt to sabotage you. It's part of what makes life so interesting. It's part of what makes life so fun. Never, ever find yourself in a space where you're like, you know what? I want to bang, or I want to yell, or I want to scream because somebody is holding me back. Nah, never put yourself in that position. And the reason why I'm telling you to never put yourself in that position is because at the end of the day, guess what? At the end of the day, if you're putting in the footwork, if you're doing the best you can do to become better or position yourself better, not just for yourself, but for your family, your future family, and the very friends that's holding you back, you got to be strong enough to separate from these people, because these people can offer you nothing. And I hate to say it to you, because right now you're probably thinking about your best friend like, damn, I think he might be. No, I'm not. Don't think I might be. Your mother may be holding you back. Your brother, your father, your best friend, your girlfriend, your husband. These are people that make you spend more than you're supposed to have to spend, and then give you hell at the same time. These are people that you kill yourself for every day, and they don't realize that every time you do for them, you hold yourself back from doing more for you with a vision to be able to give them even more abundance than they used to you already giving them. Some people would just be comfortable with you just paying a bill or two with them and saying, man, stay on this level and keep paying my bill or two until you can't. And when you can't, they're not going to help you out. They just going to move on to the next one. So you got to be smart enough not to fall prey or victim to that stuff. Make your money. Do what you have to do. Don't let nobody distract you, because all people are going to do is create opportunities to distract you, to make sure you don't come up. Because secretly, a lot of people that you help come up are the same people. Even though they're benefiting from you, they secretly want you to fail at the same time, because they can't appreciate the fact they're not in the position you're in to be able to empower them. So a lot of times, your best friends or the people that you feel you give them the most love, you pour them love, you give them nothing but support, you give them nothing but embrace. A lot of times, the people that you give the most love, support, and embrace, those would be the very people secretly preying on your demise. Those would be the ones secretly creating excess in bills for you on purpose, in hopes that you get overwhelmed, in hopes that you tap out and say, I can't handle it no more. Because all they want to hear is an excuse to why they can hurt and blame you, the person that they're feeling they got a false sense of entitlement to. I'm telling you, man, I know what I'm talking about. I had to leave New York to separate from friends and family in order to be empowered enough, in order to be in position enough so I can do what I have to do to survive. I had to leave New York to do that. I had to leave New York, and I had to create a whole new world and a whole new life for me, because at the end of the day, I'd have just been held back by my love for people who keep me stagnant. All facts. So yes, in order to be successful, most of you have to just leave. And you may be afraid to leave, like, who I'm going to talk to, who I'm going to hang out with. That's the problem. You're talking to too much of the wrong people, and you're hanging out with too much of the wrong people doing recreational things. That's the problem. You need to take the time out and find yourself. And you can't find yourself in the midst of other people's company. A lot of times you find out what you really are and who you really are and what you truly are made of when you walk away. And you give yourself an opportunity to introspect. You give yourself an opportunity to see you for who you actually are. That's what I'm talking about. These are all facts. Believe it or not, these are the nuances to success. Very rarely going to be discussed. I don't care how much years you go to school. You'll fail. You'll fail. if you don't get your mind right and learn that you gotta cut people off sometimes. These are facts. Whew, it's hot out here. I need to cool off. This information got me on fire. That's right. Got me on fire, this information. All facts. Yep. Thank you very much. But that's love coming from Brother Polight. I just wanted to share that information. Came to mind. I had a little bit of time. I just wanted to share that free info with you and just let you know that, you know what? Friends and family hold you back the most. And I'm not telling everybody, every friend and every family does it, but I'm going to tell you quite often, where people are struggling, it's a struggle mentality. It's a poverty consciousness. Don't nobody know how to come up and get out. So everybody's suggestion as to what you should do doesn't lead to you being more successful. It leads to them having less burden, because they using you as their crutch in order to survive. You know, your biggest critics are going to be the people leeching off of you. Your biggest critics are going to be the people that got the most to say about you is the people that you working hard for. That's how this thing works on planet Earth. And because you a good person, you'll fight every day to make their life better, while they fight every day to make your shit harder. In the name of love. Funny. You gotta get over it. You gotta get strong people, be strong enough to resist. And when you go away, they'll see the vision after probably, it'd be a few months. I thought it was gonna take a couple years before people would be able to see the vision. Man, it was a few months. And that's what you'll find out. You got rid of the dead weight. It only took me a few months to start experiencing true success. Because I'm telling you, the burden that you put on yourself to help other people is what's holding you back. Sometimes you gotta be free. People were free to make the decisions they made to get themselves to the point where they at, to land you in a position where you at, where everybody ain't got a damn thing. So you gotta be free, just like they was free to go to their own clubs, go to their parties, make babies they couldn't afford. You probably one of the babies they couldn't afford. You gotta be free enough to make the decisions you need to make in order to break the chains of poverty. I love y'all. Thank y'all for appreciating the message. I support you. Thank you for supporting me. You know, you go to brotherpolijst45@gmail.com if you're ready for the mentorship or the consultation. I love you all. Thank you for every single waking moment of your support. Thank you for everything. Because what many people will never realize is you can only abuse somebody so much before they don't give a damn no more. That's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't realize they could only abuse you but so much until you just don't care. And you don't want to get to the point where you don't care, because then you lose your spirit, because you want to keep creative. You want to maintain that spirit force that allows you to be creative. And once you're dealing with anger, you lose your creativity. Once you deal with anger, you lose your creativity. Facts. So you can't afford to give in to anger. That's something you can't afford to do. Don't give in to anger. That's trash. Don't give in. I love y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Love you all. Love you all. Peace and many blessings.